Welcome to E-Door to the World. I'm your host, Cody.
And I'm Krista. Our topic today is travel and travel in Taiwan.
Krista, I've lived in Taiwan for about 5 years, and I really have loved my experience traveling around Taiwan. And I'm really excited about sharing my travel experience in Taiwan with others. So today's topic is really great, and I can't wait to tell others about my time traveling in Taiwan.
Teacher Cody, where have you been to in Taiwan, and is there any special experience?
One of my happiest times traveling in Taiwan was when I went to Green Island with my wife. Traveling to Green Island is an interesting trip because you need to take a train and boat to get there. So I left at night from Taoyuan and I took the train to Hualien. Since it was late, we stayed the night in a hotel in Hualien and we traveled to Taidong the next day. The trip from Hualien to Taidong by train is really amazing because you can see so many mountains and ocean together at the same time. And it's a very sunny and beautiful day. It's a really special experience. When we get to Taidong, we need to take a taxi from the train station to the ferry. The ferry is the boat. We have to wait maybe 30 minutes for the boat and buy boat tickets. And then the boat ride, if I remember, is about 40 minutes from Taidong to Green Island. So there's the two parts of the travel. First, you have to take the train, then you take the boat. Kind of fun. When we got to Green Island, our B&B is on the other side of Green Island, and you can't walk there. So I had to rent a motorcycle from an older woman near where I got off the boat. And it was really interesting because she gave me the motorcycle for $400 for 2 days, so it's really cheap. And she didn't ask for my phone number or any ID. She said, take it and you can go. And it was only my second time to drive a motorcycle in Taiwan. So we drive around Green Island and get to our B&B. And actually it's interesting because the forest in Green Island at that time is on fire. And there's a lot of smoke everywhere and we can't get to the B&B. And the owner says, maybe you can't stay here tonight because there's too much fire. So we were really worried we won't have anywhere to sleep that night. But it was okay because the helicopter from Taidong came to put some water on that fire. So it was okay. And then we stayed at our B&B. The next day we went sightseeing, drove all around. We went swimming in the ocean on the other side of the island. Green Island is so beautiful, so it was a very special time for us.
It sounds like a fun trip, but I'm curious. People do go to Green Island for scuba diving. Then why didn't you go?
I wanted to go scuba diving, but at that time I had lived in Taiwan for about a little more than 1 year, so about 1 year. And my Chinese was not very good. And when I rented the scooter from the older woman, she was speaking a lot of Chinese really quickly, and it was confusing for me. So I just thought, for this trip, I maybe won't talk to too many people. So I was worried if I go scuba diving, maybe there will be some problem, some misunderstanding. So I didn't go. We just went swimming by ourselves.
I see. So do you think you're gonna go to Green Island again?
I hope to go to Green Island again sometime, and I think my Chinese is good enough now that I can talk to the scuba diving teacher.
Yes. If your family came to Taiwan to visit you, where would you take them to?
So I'm thinking about how my family will come to Taiwan. You know, they need to fly from Chicago. That's about 14 hours. And then, you know, maybe take the MRT from the airport to stay in Taipei. So I think for the first day or two, they will be really tired. So I want to take them somewhere in the north part of Taiwan, so around, you know, Taipei, New Taipei. One place that I think is good for a one-day trip in Taipei is to take the Brown MRT line to the Taipei Zoo, because, you know, my family, they've never seen a panda before, so that's really great for them, and, you know, not seen many monkeys either, so I can take them there to see the panda and monkeys. Next, from there, you can walk to the Maokong gondola, and that's a 15-minute ride up the mountain, and again, the view is really nice, and you can get the glass floor for a little more money and like look down at the trees and temples on the way up. That's a good experience for them. And then also, when you get to Maokong, there's a lot of things to do. You can go hiking, you can go to a tea house, and they will teach you how to make and serve tea for your family and for your guests. They have even more things like green tea ice cream. There's a lot of interesting gift shops, so that's good for a one-day trip around Taipei. If I want to go somewhere else, I would probably take them to Jiufen, just because it's so famous, because we all know it from the movie Spirited Away. Again, it's also close to Taipei. You can take the train to Ruifang Station. From there, you can take a bus. I usually will take a taxi because there is a cheap taxi near the train station. That's for going to Jiufen. I think it's maybe like $140. Maybe it's cheaper than that, but it's a cheap taxi you can take to Jiufen. I want to take my family to Jiufen because it has a very special look, or it looks unique. There's like the dark alleyways and so many stairs going so many different ways. If you walk through at night, there's the red lanterns shining, and the grand tea house of Jiufen is really interesting because it uses dark paint on the outside, and on the inside is all wood. It looks so different from other places in Taiwan, and there is really nowhere in America, my home, that looks like that. So it's a really special experience, and I think my family would love it. And there's a lot of snacks and gifts you can buy in Jiufen. It's a really good place for tourists, and it's close to Taipei and easy to travel there.
Yes. So it gives you like an exotic and mysterious atmosphere there.
Right. Let's talk about the 3 words of the day. The first word is ferry.
渡轮
The second word is scuba diving.
浮潜
And the last one is experience.
经验
Here comes our question of the day. If you have foreign friends that are coming to Taiwan to visit you, where will you take them?
同学们听完本周的 podcast 后，欢迎投稿你们的学习单。投稿的 Google 表单连结请见桃园市英语教学资源中心脸书或官方网站。只要投稿一次就有一次抽奖机会，每次段考抽好礼，期末加码抽大奖。
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this program.
We'll see you in the next episode.
This program is sponsored and brought to you by Taoyuan, ETRC, Taoyuan,